Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Bankroll Your Brilliance Thursdays. I'm Nicole Jones, the Bankroll Your Brilliance expert, and I am excited, humbled, and blessed every week to hold the space for you to do one of three things in our segments. Number one, to get clear on your brilliance. By the way, those of you that are new, say hello, tell me you're new, but really I use brilliance instead of purpose, and let me tell you why. There's a Bible verse, Matthew 5:16, that says, "Let your light so shine among men and women, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." So it's my goal, number one, to make sure you get in alignment with your good works and let your brilliance shine. Number two, understand the value tied to it. And then number three, how do you create multiple streams of revenue from it? I think today's conversation kind of is a combination of all three. I'm excited to bring someone new to our group. But before we do that, those of you that are here with me week after week, you know how I do. As my grandmother would say, don't come in this house and not speak. So at least tell us hello. Tell me where you're from as we share. Hey, Ellie, new, welcome, welcome. And by the way, if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at my iPad so I can see your comments, okay? So listen, if we say something that's good, I want you to give us a heart emoji. If we step on your toes, give us some fire. But if you have questions, I want you to ask them so that this can be interactive, because our goal is to benefit you. All right. So our conversation today is unleash your genius. Who needs to unleash it? Not understand what it is, but set it free. You know, when I think of unleash, I think of a lion caged. And many of you are in these neat, comfortable careers. We getting ready to help you unleash, right? Hi, Audrey. Welcome. You're new. Hey, Marcia. New as well. Hey, LA or La and SC. And all our new people. Hello, hello. I love it. Hey, Talisha. Keep coming in, keep saying hello. And again, as our guest for this week comes in, if you have questions, thoughts, comments, please, by all means, I want to hear from you and share insight from you. Hey, Everett in Tokyo. All right, I love it, I love it. So with that, let me introduce our guest. Her name is Dr. Fatimah Williams. Now, she is the founder of Beyond the Tenure Track and creator of Options for Success Career Transitions for Academics. But listen, her insight helps more than academics. So all of you that are looking for career transitions, get your pen out. She's getting ready to come in. As a global speaker and leadership coach, her professional development guidance has been featured in Essence Magazine, LMC TV New York, The Chronicle of Higher Education, Inside Higher Education, and Scientific American, to name a few. She is the author of two books, The Professional Pathways Planner and Be Bold. Launch your job search or career change with confidence. Now, I can go on and on and on, but let's bring this powerful woman of God up here. Hello, hello, Dr. Fatimah.
Hi.
Excited to have you.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here, and I love the activity in the chat, so keep it coming. Can't wait to talk to you all.
So listen, again, you guys, as we begin this conversation, if we are stepping on your toes, if we are on your street, if it's good to you, give us some hearts. We want to hear from you because we're here for you. All right. So with that, let's talk a little bit about the biggest misconception of people around having career transitions.
So many people are in careers where they're actually doing well. They're getting paid a decent salary. They probably have a good leadership position, but there's something there that's discomfort. It's causing a bit of discomfort for them. And they feel like, well, I should be happy with this. It's good pay. I have at least some recognition in my position. And I'm doing well. Why do I feel discomfort? Why do I feel like there's more? And so one of the biggest misconceptions is that just because it's good, it is your great.
Wait. Somebody needed that. Just because it's good, is it your great? That's so good. Sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
So that's one of the biggest misconceptions that we see. And the other that kind of joins with that is people feeling like they have to jump and leap into a new career.
Yeah, people are saying that there's an echo.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
So is it Dr. Fatimah, or is it me, or is it both of us? If it's both of us, that's StreamYard. I can't do nothing about that. Let us know, but we're gonna keep talking until we figure it out. Maybe see if take your earbuds off and let's see if just the Wi-Fi in your computer. Oh, that might be worse. Do you guys talk? Dr. Fatimah says somebody says it's you. Dr. Fatimah, talk. Let's see.
So it's me.
Keep talking. Let's see.
Are you still hearing an echo?
You guys go ahead and continue to share your answer, and then as you do, you guys tell her if you still hear it. Because listen, don't miss the content because you hear echo. Don't miss this blessing, okay?
Listen, maybe it needs to be.
They say yes. So the only thing I'm gonna suggest you do, listen, this is Rogue, us doing technical support. So go in settings at the bottom and see if echo cancellation is checked or not checked. Whichever it is, undo it or do it. Whichever one is not. Hit your eye. So you gotta listen, y'all. This is Rogue, us producing and starring and pouring in and doing it all at the same time. But again, don't miss your blessing because technology is being extra. And by the way, when this stuff happens, I really believe that somebody needs this content, right? And it's only happening so you don't get it. So hang tight, don't leave. Okay, go ahead.
This is interesting. I've been on cool podcast.
And all of a sudden, right, that's saying somebody needs this content. That's why this is happening. So listen, y'all. If the echo is there, listen through it because this is as far as we can get with the platform. Somebody said, "You're doing a good job." I appreciate you, Deb. Hey, girl.
Thanks, Deb.
Go ahead.
So the biggest misconception really is that you have to leave. So people think if I'm just content in my job, it means I need to quit. I need to leave. This is not the workplace for me. And so instead, when I'm working with people in my coaching programs, what we're doing is saying, where exactly is the challenge? Where exactly is the discontent? It may be that you just need to ask for something different in your current position. It may be that it's time for you to do something outside of your current role. A passion project, a side hustle. I don't like that.
I call it alongside. Listen, years ago I looked up hustle in the dictionary and it had pimp and prostitute in the definition. I was like, yeah, I don't pimp anybody's gift. So now I call it an alongside.
I love that.
Right?
I love that. I like to think of it as another stream of income, another stream of revenue. So there's many ways that we can approach this career discontent beyond you just giving your resignation.
Yeah. And the thing I love too is, I heard someone say deliberate mediocrity is a sin. And when you are deliberately staying in good enough or you're settling for where you are because of perception, and this was me, so I must tell myself, right? Because when I worked in the entertainment industry, I had this huge job, and I couldn't understand why I felt like something was missing. When I love my job, by the way. But what I realize now on this side is God was calling me to my next level. And for me to stay there would have been me settling for good enough. It would have been me listening to perception instead of listening to this inkling inside of me for more. And what Dr. Fatimah is talking about is that inkling. And so did you yourself have that inkling where you went after your more in your own career?
I did. Listen. I was my first real shift into what I feel like was me really picking up and my purpose was me sitting actually in a hotel room. I'd been flown out by an organization to do an interview. 3 days, they rolled the carpet out for me. 5-star meals, car service, showing me the sensors that I could manage or run at some point in the future as I grew with the organization. And what I realized when I was in that hotel room that night, sitting on the bed, I was like, God, this is great. People would love this. I'm in a great position. They're looking at, helping me with leadership development and paying for that and really investing in me. But this was not for me. I will tell you, I fast forwarded, I rescinded an offer that was on the table that I had accepted. And I started out on my journey of becoming a business owner. And in that work, really feeling like, God, why did you give me this particular area to do? Why did you call me to this? It feels hard. It feels pure. People don't know a lot about it. It's not sexy to say at cocktail parties.
Right.
Why did you give me this? But I will tell you, it's been a place of fulfillment for me. It's been a place that has grown me. And it's been a place that I've been able to serve others and watch them move their next in very powerful ways. I'll tell you this. Last night I had a client that I worked with maybe 4 years ago. She was in a position as a doctoral researcher and professor. about to go up to tenure, which is big. This means that, yes, you are here for life, you have a job for life, you believe in your work, you're here. And she, at the time, knew that it wasn't enough. She made an initial transition after going through my Options for Success program. Just last night, I get an email from her to say, I'm actually now going to be Assistant Dean of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
That's so good.
She made the shift from the comfortable role that she was in to take a journey to do something different. And now she's elevated the level of assistant dean. So she's not dealing with the same things as she would as a professor.
Right.
And she's also working in her gift. So her gifting is really, how can we create these communities of change using diversity, equity, and inclusion? She couldn't do that as a faculty member. She can only teach students why it's important.
Right.
Now she's in a position to create policies for an entire university.
So good. So good. I want y'all to get this. Two things. Number one, and people are saying stuff, I've been popping on the screen. Good. Listen, your comfort and your conviction can never coexist. I'm going to say that one more time. See, God is going to call you into uncomfortable. When I look at people like, this is what happens when I get with my God's girls. Bible verses are popping in my head. When you look at the story of Abraham in the Bible. Now, this is the Bible according to Nicole, because I don't know this Bible verse by heart. I know it's Genesis, the 12th chapter, so go read it so you get it right. So God says to Abraham, listen, I need you to leave all your family and all that you know, and I will make you a great nation. He didn't say where you're going. He didn't tell him anything, but I need you to leave. So what happens is God is always going to call you to your next, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And when I think about that, I think about in the morning, every morning, y'all, when I got to get up. Now, I don't know about you, but my bed is so comfortable. I never want to get up. It's like, no. Especially in the mornings, I have to work out first. Like today, I had to work out at 6 a.m. Right? But if you want greater, if you want more, if you want great and not good, as she said earlier, you've got to be willing to come out of that comfort zone. And that is exactly what I heard when you just told the story of your client, and even your story, and even my story, dare I say. So those of you that are here, look, we here to step on your toes. It's time to get uncomfortable. Go ahead.
And actually, it's even an illusion that you're comfortable where you are. Because you have the trappings of comfort. The title, the position, the company name, but you're not comfortable.
That's real, y'all. That is so real. Right?
It's an illusion. Until you get into your brilliance, until you get into your purpose, you're not going to be comfortable.
That's so good. It's like it's familiar and not comfort, right? It's what you know. And so because you keep going to the same place every day, and you'll get your coffee at 8:05, you're going to sit at your desk at 8:15, you're going to make that phone call at 8:30, you get into this rhythm, and God wants to disrupt that. That's so good. So good. The other thing look, I just forgot the other thing I thought of, but it's so good. It'll circle back. So good. So with that, what are the first steps someone can take when they feel this disconnect?
Yeah, when they feel like there's this distance between where I am and where I want to be. Honestly, one of the first things to do is just open up your curiosity. So often when we're in that position, we actually clamp down. No, this is out of the plan. I can't go that way. Right. I can't even think about that thing. It's big. What are people going to say? What am I going to tell my husband? What am I going to tell my wife?
Right.
And sometimes you just need to create the space to allow curiosity to flow. What is God showing you in this moment? What is what's trying to get through to you?
Yeah.
What information, what new information or new experiences are really trying to come through? It doesn't mean that you have to leap right now, but maybe you need to listen. So that's really the first step is listen to the prompting.
Ooh, that's so good. Okay, so wait a minute. Because somebody just needed that, and to marinate on that. Before you leap, you need to listen, right? I often say we're human. We call ourselves human beings, but we're not. We're human doings. Because we focus on what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? When God shows up in our being, it's when we sit in quiet contemplation and listen, right? Listen, we have conversations with people and we're in a relationship, and I say this all the time. If you're going to have a relationship with God, you got to stop talking so much. So some of us pray and pray and pray and pray. And when does God get to say anything to you? So it's when, and I had to learn to do this because you know I can talk. So me sitting in silent is not easy, right? So sometimes I have to put on some music to help me. Sometimes I might pull out a journal and start writing. And when I start writing, stuff starts coming through me. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know I was thinking that, right? So it's really learning how to listen and tapping into that will shift everything for you. That's so good. Okay, sorry, I had to just take that mental note. So what's the next thing?
So it's, this is great. I think the listening comes first. And then it's really, I almost hesitate to say this because I am a coach. And I know when people say this, it feels like you're trying to sell them into something. But I really do believe some level of mentorship or coaching is really important. Because what you need is a plan.
Yeah.
We're not in our first job or transitioning into a first job. We're full-grown adults with full-grown responsibilities, people who count on us and depend on us, and careers that need to be developed. And so having mentorship can help you to put these things in order and help you kind of see what are the steps I can take to be able to get to where I'm seeing this vision go. Because one, it's probably not going to be one big lift to a thing. Right? It's going to be some preparation that's needed. And I think that's prudent. Preparation is prudent.
Yeah.
Right? So we want to have the preparation, and we also want to make sure that we're consistently moving toward the next thing that we want. So I'll give you an example. If you come to me and you're saying, I know that something's not quite working in my career, I need to go somewhere next or do something next, we're actually doing that listening, and then we're mining the listening. And then we're going out to say, well, let's research. Let's talk to people, because often we can stay too close with just us and our two best friends. Let's actually expand our network, which is really a way to say expand your relationships, get out of your home, get out of your routine, even if you're online, get out of your routine, right? Instead of going straight to Instagram, maybe you're dropping in on an event that's on LinkedIn. Or an event like this, so somewhere you're going to meet people. So it's really getting the mentorship and the coaching to help you put a strategy to your vision.
That's so good. Now, look, before she goes to the next one, y'all know I got to pause for the cause in between each one, right? Because look, so I'm sharing my notes. I'm waiting for y'all to share your notes too. I'm just saying. So, and I can't write and host. So y'all get to write. So please share your takeaways as they're coming. So here's the thing. You guys have to be clear. Do you need a mentor or do you need a coach? So let me take a moment and make sure you understand the difference, because so many people walk up to me and say, Nicole, will you be my mentor? And if I don't know you, I can't mentor you. Okay. So a mentor is someone you have a pre-existing relationship with because they already know you intimately, or your business or your purpose or your passion, so they can help you. And typically a mentor is someone that you might talk to every quarter, maybe every 6 months. But a coach is someone you have a contractual relationship with. Meaning that we have existed, we're going to meet once a week or once every other week, and we're working toward a predictable result, right? Again, a mentor. So listen, I always like to say it like this. One of my clients heard me say this, and she always reminds me. If I could go to the gym once every 6 months and look like J-Lo, baby, trust and believe, I will go once every 6 months. And that's what a mentor is, right? But if you want to really shift the trajectory for yourself, you need a coach. So even like my health coach, who last night I was on live and was coaching me about what I had eaten that day. It's like, girl, leave me alone right now, right? Because I track what I eat because I've been having issues. But that's what I need. I need someone that's holding me accountable, that knows the result that I want to work on in whatever area. And there's a big difference. So you need to know, do you need a mentor or a coach? Many of you, if you're making a shift, you need a coach. You might need a mentor to tease out, I'm thinking about this, what do you think? And tease it out. But then go hire someone to then implement what you've teased out with your mentor.
Can I put fire in this? I need to borrow that. Here's because the coach helps you walk out what the mentor might unlock.
Woo, I need to do that. Say that again, girl. That's good. That's good.
Listen, we still have the echo, so I think I said it twice already.
Okay. That's so good. So a coach helps you implement. Right? Is this what you said? What a mentor has helped you unlock. That's so good. Now, I'm still that. So you still that from me and I'm still that from you. We go, look, mutual gifts to each other. That's so good. So listen, Dr. Fatimah has a gift for you. I wanted to tell about the gift because obviously this is her wheelhouse. She could talk about this for hours, but those of you that are looking to shift your career and you need support, tell them about this genius toolkit that you have for them.
Sure. So Organize Your Genius is a few pages of the Professional Pathways Planner. So the Professional Pathways Planner is part agenda, and it's also part kind of helping you to develop out your career. So it asks you to look at in your days and your weeks, not just what do I focus on today for the project that I'm working on today, but how do I also build my career in the direction that I want to go. And so the first thing, I know I said we need to listen, and I know I said that you need to get a strategy with a coach or a mentor, but you also need to find time.
Hello.
So many people want to make a change, but they're not willing to change how they use their time. And so this toolkit gives you a couple of those pages of the Professional Pathways Planner that can help you get started with creating the time that you need to kind of make time for this career shift and this career level that you're interested in.
I have to say this. So this is an appetizer, okay? Because some of you guys are saying this is good and this is confirmation for me, which means she's stepping on your toes or she's walking down your street, whichever way you want to say it, right? Whichever way feels good to you. But I want you to get this. This is a piece of a bigger part. So if you get this and it feels good, that means you need to buy the whole book. Now, obviously, you see her websites there, Beyond the Tenured Track. They can find what was the name of the book again? Professional Pathways Planner, right?
Yes. And you can go to professionalpathwaysplanner.com.
There you go.
And just get the planner.
Right. So get the free gift.
Actually just shipped out yesterday 250 copies to an organization that's using it for their employees.
Hello.
So I'm super excited to have it out in the world.
Yes. So get the gift. If the gift resonates with you, it's an appetizer. Some of you guys need the entree and the dessert. So if that's the case, get the whole book. Don't be mediocre. Remember I said deliberate mediocrity is a sin. I can't remember who said that, but that's somebody's quote, not mine. So don't have to your breakthrough. If you find that this gift blesses you, then get the whole book. Again, the book is Professional Pathways Planner, PPP, Professional Pathways Planner.com. Get the entire book. So as we close this conversation, Dr. Fatimah, you've given us so much insight. And again, she's just scratching the surface, y'all. If anyone's out there listening and they know they're in either a boring career or their job is just no longer big enough for their gift and they're trying to figure out what is my next, what do you want to leave them with today?
Wow. Growth isn't always comfortable.
Yep.
But you're built for it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't feel discontent if there wasn't something on the other side for you.
Ooh.
Your only job is to follow. To follow that curiosity, follow that prompting, and let God unfold the rest.
Yes.
But your job is to listen to it and consistently move in the direction toward it. But growth is not going to be comfortable.
That's so good. And here's the other thing, is that today she was an example of that with the echo and push through. Because here's the thing I know for sure. Somebody that's listening and or somebody watching the replay, this is the very thing you've been praying for. You've been saying, I feel hopeless. I don't know what to do next. Well, here's your next. Now you got to take the action it takes to move into your next. So my question to you is, what will you do? Will you stay in good enough? Will you settle? Or will you move into what's next for you? And then get the support. You looking dead at a coach, Dr. Fatimah, for the career. Those of you that want to start a business, that would be me, right? But you are looking at the support many of you have been praying for. So now it's time to take action. So with that said, Dr. Fatimah, you are such a blessing. Thank you for coming in, for pouring in, for hanging through the echo, right?
Thank you.
For blessing all the people that are here. So if people just want to follow you in general, tell them where is the best place or where can they find you?
Yeah, I tend to live on LinkedIn and on Instagram. So I'd love to have you over there at Fatimah, PhD, Fatimah, PhD.
Yes, Fatimah, PhD. Well, thank you, Dr. Fatimah. I appreciate you and honor you, girl.
Thank you so much.
So yes, y'all, that was another episode of Bankroll Your Breeze Thursdays. Listen, She gave such yummy content. So here's the first thing I want to ask you to do. Share the one thing you got out of this. Now, I know many of you guys got more than one thing. Like I probably have a whole page of mental notes. But what's the one thing you're walking away with from this conversation? The second thing I want you to do is share it. Now, somewhere here in Facebook, or if you're watching it on YouTube, there's a button. I want you to share it. Now, I'm not asking you to share it because we're trying to grow our followers. I'm not asking you to share it because we're trying to get popular. Listen, we don't need popularity. We need to be in alignment with our purpose. And Dr. Fatimah's purpose is to get you in alignment with a career that's right for your assignment. So there might be somebody in your tribe or your community that's been praying for this just like you have. So share it so that they too can be blessed from this conversation, echo and all. So that was another episode. I want to thank you all for coming in and sharing and being here. We're here every single Thursday to pour more and more into you so that you get in alignment with your assignment. Those of you that know, like you know, it's time for you to start or grow your purpose-focused business. Again, I'm having my 2-day intensive 2 weeks from tomorrow. 2 weeks from tomorrow. You can learn more about it at betheanswerevent.com. I won't go on and on in detail for that. So until I get to talk to you next week, have a phenomenal rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you next Thursday for Bankroll Your Brilliance Thursdays. Bye, y'all.